Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fundy Motorsports Magazine. This is our second edition, and on today's show, we've got the New Brunswick Sporting Car Club. Now, there was a couple events, actually, held in the St. John and surrounding areas recently. The first one was a slalom event, which was held in a parking lot, a local parking lot in the St. John area, and the slalom events are held the last Sunday of every month. That's what we're going to take a look at first. Coming up a little later on in the show, it's the Time Will Tell Rally. And we'll find out all about rallies and everything. But what did he say first? We find out what exactly is a slalom.
They've just completed a driver's walkthrough of the course. I'm going to see if I can get one of the organizers here, Stacy Chapman, to come over and give us a little explanation of what's happening here. This is Stacy Chapman, one of the organizers of the event here. I just want to get a little explanation for the viewers of what an auto slalom is all about.
Well, the auto slalom is going to be held right here in the parking lot going through these pylons. Basically, you try to do it as fast as you can without hitting any of the pylons, and the best time of the day will run. It's not car against car, it's just one car at a time trying to get the best times. We have different classes, like my car is going to run against other Honda CRXs, it's going to run against MR2s. The Porsche 911 is going to be running against the Mustang GTs and that thing. So if you have a Cadillac, we'll be putting you in with other full-size Caprices and stuff. So that's basically what it is. Afterwards, we're going to have a navigational rally, which is out on the public roads, but we'd be doing it at a speed limit. That's, you can take a pickup truck or anything you want into that. It's a pretty good event.
So things are, it's not having a car that's specially built for racing to be involved in this. You're really out against yourself more than anybody, aren't you?
Exactly. Now myself, I got sponsors all over it. I'm still in stock, though I have done some things like performance tires, a few odds and ends like that. Most cars here are stock, though. There are a few modified cars, but they run against other modified cars. But like I say, you try to compete against your own self and try to get as fast as you can. Smooth is fast. The people who go out and burn their tires off and everything, trying to look impressive, aren't really fast. People go out there and just nice and smooth around the corners are the ones that win.
Okay, great. Well, let's have a look at some of this action now and see what you think of it. Thanks, Stacey.
Thank you. Whoa. Mustang's coming up, right? What? The one right behind us. No, shut it up. Shut it off. I don't know.
Get another piece of watermelon.
Okay, I'm talking here now with one of the competitors in today's competition. This is Gary McKnight. Gary's driving a little Honda CRX. Suzuki Swift, pardon me. There's so many Hondas here. Gary, I see all different types of cars being run here, but there is a classification that there's involved in class. Could you explain that to us?
Well, we try to compare cars of a like performance. You don't put a Porsche 911 in the same class as a Dodge Shadow. So what we try to do is match the cars that are somewhat similar performance. We have four classes running today. Class 1 is for 5-liter Mustangs, Porsche 911s, which are very powerful cars. Plus, in order to fill the
5684 for Kent.
In order to fill the class, we also put in modified cars. Like my car's running Hoosier tires, therefore I'm put in with these much more powerful cars.
5884.
Class 2 is a pretty quick class. It's small 16-valve cars normally, like Honda CRX SIs and VW GTI 16 valves. And Class 3 is...
Next up, Ian True in a Pontiac Sunbird.
Class 3 is for a little bit smaller cars of a similar nature but less powerful. A little Sprint Turbo, 1,000 cc's, little CRX, plain CRXs are in that class. Class 4 is really the cars are not quite as competitive. They're basically family sedans like Dodge Shadows, Pontiac Sunbirds, and such. And basically those are the four classes that we use.
Yeah, and I noticed one thing too, there's not necessarily the cars with all the muscle that get through the quickest either.
That's true.
Well, it's good to see that every type of car can be involved in this type of competition.
Yeah. You're running against people in a similar class, so you have a fair chance of winning.
Yeah. Great, thanks for explaining that to us,
No
Gary.
problem.
Please come over to the club band. After this event, we'll be putting on a navigational rally. A navigational rally is just basically following a number of directions to make your way around the city. This is not a speed event, it's fun, it can be for the whole family. If you wish to enter this event, please come over and see us at the club trailer.
What I want to do is I want to find out the drag factor, like how we do speed and stuff. Not going smooth. Left and second half. You're going that way first. I went back first. Oh yeah. And I was a tenth slower. I don't think I was any I was a tenth slower.
Can't use the push start.
What you just saw was the winner of 4 different classes in the slalom races. The number 4 class winner was Bob Couturier. He had a winning time of 56:59, and he was driving car number 10. In class number 3, driving car number 1, Stacy Chapman came in first with a winning time of 55:04. Ray Bastille had a winning time of 53:70 in class number 2. He was driving car number 8, and driving car number 14 was Gary McKnight with a winning time of 53:44. Now, I should explain that this rally, particular one, was the best out of 3. Usually what it is a best out of 4, but for this particular one, it was the best out of 3. And coming up in a moment, we're going to take a short break. Coming up, I'm going to explain the difference between a rally and a slalom. Plus, we'll take a look at our Fundy Motorsports update. Here are the current top 10 standings at Hammond River Raceway as of July 16th, 1991. In the bomber class, in top place has Steve McHugh driving car 3. Number 00, Jim Humble Jr. is in second. John Robishaw right after Jim in car 33. 34 has Randy Moore in 4th spot. In 5th spot, Alan Grant driving car number 9. Car 91, Lonnie Somerville is in 6th. Car number 24, Danny LeBlanc driving car number 24 is in 7th. 83 has Norris Trevors in car 8th spot rather. Car 22 has Menard Hamilton in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 in the bomber class, driving car number 8 is Donnie Cadger. In the sportsman's class, the top 10 there, a little change from what was last week. Car 27 in top spot with Bill Somerville is leading. Car number 9, Les Lamb, is in 2nd spot with Ray Cale driving car 12 right after Les. Car number 5, Brian Campbell, is in 4th. Rick Cashall right in the middle driving car number 2. In car number 80, it's Paul Burke. Byron Bartlett driving car number 7 is in 7th spot. 8th spot has car number 79, Bob Duncan. Steve Rogers driving car 42 is in 9th, and rounding off the top 10 in the sportsman class, Vinny Bonar driving car number 1. Now we currently had our cameras out at the Time Will Tell Navigational Rally. Don Ferguson was out there, and he got the chance to talk to one of the checkpoint officials. And basically what we're going to find out now is what it's like to be in a rally and why a rally is so, fun for the whole family. You can bring your kids along. Anyone can enter a rally as well. And Don, like I said, Don was out there talking to one of the officials, and we're going to find out in a moment just what it was like for the timekeepers and the people in the rally to get in.
Well, here comes the first car coming up here now. Could you explain to me, as you're talking to them, what it is you're explaining to them?
What it's going to be, somewhere along the route, as in this spot here, the checkpoint has pulled over and set up a spot. The car will pull in, and at that time we know the time he should have been here, and now we know the time he actually is here. What we do, that's the way we score the event. We compare the two times together. If he's a minute earlier, if he's a minute late, he gets penalized 1 point either way. So as the cars pull in, as they are now, we'll compare their times and write them down on the sheets.
So his instructions give him directions, they also give him a speed that he has to keep.
Exactly. We tell him the speeds to go, which are always usually 10% under the speed limit. We tell him the distance that is intersections fall on. We tell him where to turn, when to stop, when to start, pretty well the whole thing. Okay.
Earlier in the show, you got to see a slalom, and what you just got to see a little bit of is a rally. Now, the difference between a slalom and a slalom depends on the car and the driver. The rally depends on the car, the driver, and the navigator. So why do you say we take a look and just see what it's like to be in a navigational rally?
What we just did right there, the odometer check. We've come down through 9.33 was the end of the odometer check. We've allowed our 15 minutes. Our odometer's right on, so we'll proceed on to the rally. Okay, what you do here, Brian, just at 0.00, we'll go straight ahead. And then these here, this is in distance here now. Let me go put the time up there too. Okay, this will be your distance down here, okay? As these distances go along, they'll start like 0.03 be the right one. Just bear right onto the Dolan Road, and then when you see this here, just say, okay, start driving at 49, at 35. So like at 1.23, that's all we do. We start driving at 35 kilometers an hour. At 1.3 on this here, you'll see a sign that should say something kitchen shop. That'll be the number 1 route question. What the answer is Bob's. And then 45, then we T-left. It's mostly all speed changes. We cross the bridge, left towards Rossay, merge onto the highway, more speed, yield to the right lane, right down through it, okay? Just tuck that in there. Okay. All right, away we go. Okay, here's our first turn here.
Okay. 49 miles an hour.
It's all in kilometers.
T left or right then left.
T left at 887?
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming up at 3. 3/10. Coming up at 2/10. I see it. That's a T left, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Up Golden Road. Ready? Now.
Ready? T left, alright.
Church Land Road.
And bear right onto the Church Line Road. What's our speed now? Still 45?
Yep.
Okay. Make sure we keep it on speed. I don't want to get here too early. Okay. Must be coming up here somewhere, is it?
Yeah. 9:55. And then you bear right onto Church Land Road.
Okay, here's the church line.
Ready?
Distance check out.
Yep.
Right now.
Now.
Alright.
Bear early back. Okay.
And the
At
speed change coming up.
9:69. Now.
Okay.
46.5.
Yeah. Ready?
Oh, could have did this for a while.
Okay. Well, there. That was it on the...
I was only up by 4%, but my computer odometer seems to be out by about 10 miles an hour, so
Yeah?
maybe a little fast.
Okay, everybody in on the same minute. Bunching up, will you? We're here.
I didn't get by.
Here comes Gary.
Keep them.
Yeah, all working out and I'll do my backup.
All in the same minute. There's Gary.
I think.
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, I'll have the scores for you in a minute.
What's that?
I say I'll have the scores all done up for you in a minute. Okay. Okay, car number 4. He started at 5:02. He came into the first checkpoint at 5:19, which gave him an elapsed time of 17 minutes. The official was 17, so he'd have a penalty of 0. He left at 5:20, arrived at the next one at 5:26. 6-minute elapsed time, again a 6, a 0. He arrived at 5:34, elapsed time of 7 minutes. Now there, he should have took 8 minutes on that one, so he was 1 minute early. On the next one, he arrived in at 5:42, which left him an elapsed time of 7 minutes. And that was supposed to be 7 minutes, so he zeroed that checkpoint. The next checkpoint, there was a 5-minute elapsed time, and again, that's 5 it was supposed to be, so another 0. 5:50 arrived in on the same minute. It was supposed to be a 1-minute ET, so he was 1 minute early, so he'd have a 1 early. He left at 5:51, arrived at 6:03, so that's 12 minutes apart. He should have took 11 minutes, so he was 1 minute late. And he left at 6:04 and arrived at 6:18. That's 14 minutes elapsed time. And again, 14, that's a 0. So he's got 2 early, 1 late, 3 penalty points. His route questions: Bob's Kitchen Shop is right, the Waterworks, Willowwood Acres, and 2 Lions. So all his route questions are correct. He's got a score of 0. Total score of 3. That's not a bad score at all.
One thing I should stress, that was a clip of a really good rally, what it's like to be in one. I want to stress that you don't have to get real high-tech. You don't have to rip your dashboard apart. You don't have to rebuild your car. All you need is a calculator, a clipboard, stopwatch, and a pretty good driver, as well as a good navigator. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's show. Coming up next week, we're going to have the CMA-sanctioned St. John Motocross Series. That should prove to be very interesting. I'm Dave Hanlon, your host. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, we'd love to hear from you. You can write us at Cable 10, care of Don Ferguson, 55 Waterloo Street, St. John, New Brunswick, E2L 4V9. Or you can give us a call at 506-634-5027. For Don Ferguson, our producer, I'm Dave Hanlon. Keep motoring.